29-30 degrees and sunny today. We're hoping this weather clears out a bit, so we'll have to see what happens. But I've loaded the family up in the new old rust box Hilux. Not the rust box, that's been mean to it. It's not very rusty at all, it's quite good. But anyway, the old Hilux, which I'll talk about a bit more later on. But yeah, we're on the way in now. We got out early this morning. We're on the way in towards Station Creek, Pebbly Beach, which is just north of Coffs. So yeah, we'll see how the day goes, and hopefully, I mean, we've owned this Hilux less than 24 hours now. We're already putting it to work, so pretty basic setup. We just got the esky, camp chairs, and a bit of food in the back. Got a plastic tub with the gear that I need, a bit of recovery gear just in case, and we've got the an old gazebo as well, because I don't have an awning on the side of this. I honestly haven't touched this thing. I've checked the oil, and that's about it since picking it up. So yeah, we'll see how we go. It should be a good day. Decent tree. Washed up in the storms. We had the king tides just about a week ago here, so I reckon during the king tides the water would have come right up there and washed all of this out. The surf was massive. So here we are at Pebbly Beach. Ooh. Don't know what that is. I just stepped on it. Looks a bit yuck. The old rig made it easy. A little bit bumpier than what we're used to, but Zoe commented that she thought it was actually a little bit more comfortable than she anticipated. But the weather this morning when we left home, and it's supposed to be like sunny and 30 odd degrees all day today, but yeah, she's a bit cloudy, which is annoying. But anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to see how the day pans out, hang out down here on the beach. We've set up, we're going to have some brekkie and see how the day goes. If it starts to rain and stuff, we might go and do some four-wheel driving or something like that instead. There's a big fire tower near here that I know of, so that could be a plan B, which could be fun. And then yeah, we'll just see how we go. We might go, and as the tide comes in, go back over the creek and yeah, get just chill out there for a bit. We brought the gazebo and stuff. The Hilux, I've barely touched it yet, so it doesn't have awnings or anything on it, so I brought an old gazebo, and yeah, so that should be good. Over and check out Rockpool here. It looks like there's a little bit of a splash spot that you can jump into. So we'll see what's over there and see if there's a spot to swim. I don't know. Oh, it's fishing. Look at this. Maybe not quite deep enough for a swim. Very cool rock pool through here. This would be cool to jump in with a with some goggles and stuff. But that up there, the water's really rushing out, so I reckon you want to have some flippers on or something like that, or stay sort of close in here. Looks like there's heaps of fish in there. It's a very cool spot over here at Pebbly. So Pebbly Beach is, sorry. So Pebbly Beach is 40 odd k's north of Coffs. From Coffs Harbour, you probably got a drive of about 40 to 50 minutes depending on which way you go. It's just up from Red Rock, if you know Red Rock area at all. But yeah, it's a really good spot. You can only come over here close to or on low tide, depending on how big the tides are, because yeah, you've got to cross a saltwater creek, and yeah, if you got stuck there, you'd know about it. But you can four-wheel drive on the beach, you four-wheel drive on a beach on the way up here. Usually it's really nice, but today it's a little bit chopped up. There's all campgrounds, there's heaps of campsites. It's managed by the, and I'm probably going to butcher this, but it's managed by the Uruguay National Park. So jump on the website to book. You've got to book before you get here. I'm with Telstra on an iPhone 12 Plus or something, I think, or Pro, and I've got 1 bar of 4G, so not really enough to, if you wanted to get here then load up the website to book, you probably can't do that. So book before you come. And there's signs to say that on your way in too, so if you need to pull over and book, you can. If you couldn't get camping here, you can always camp at Station Creek on the way in, which on the way out we might do a drive through and show you that spot there. But yeah, it's a lovely spot. Whoa, push it through there, buddy. Yeehaw. Whoa! It floats. Yeah, down you come. What do you call it, James? Today on Fall Off Drive action. You gonna talk to the camera? Tell them what you're doing? Come on, James, hey, tell us what you're doing.
We're trying to get through this challenge because that's the only way to camp.
Oh, that challenge is the only way to camp. Do you think you'll need to winch?
No, my truck can float.
Ah, your truck can float, that helps. It's probably a bit like Swampy from the All For Adventure guys.
Oh, I did it.
Nice work, dude. Keep going, James is coming. Hopefully this brings him up. Little, oh, I think that's going to be pretty crap. Little native bee. I think he's a native bee. I've seen him before at the honey place down in Urunga, which is a ripper spot. If you're ever going through Urunga, you have to stop at the honey place. They've got like little bee attractions. They've got like honey ice cream, all the honey products you could want. But like they've got these hives with like these PVC perspex or glass walls on them, and yeah, you can see the bees at work and you can feel the heat coming out of the hives. It's really cool. But anyway, there's a bloody frothy Y62 there. I love that colour too. That's not, it doesn't look like a black, it's like a deep dark blue, and on those bronzy wheels. Jeez, that looks good. I come for a walk up here before and there's a cave up here up through this way. Give a hike. There's also, and I saw this, it doesn't have any fruit on it, but I've learnt this from a channel called Scotty's Gone Walkabouts. Really cool dude. But this stuff, I believe this fruits with a thing called, yeah, that, but that looks like an old one, or hasn't had the chance to fruit maybe. Pig's ear, so you end up with those like pink flowers coming off it, and when they're pink, apparently you can eat the fruit off them and it tastes a bit like kiwi fruit. There's one that hasn't ripened up or anything yet, but yeah, so apparently they're quite good, and a bit of bush tucker. And also I saw in his most recent video that you can, it's a bit like aloe vera, you can split the leaves in half, and it's good for like your sunburns and things like that. So whew, just walked up to the top of this, and you can see down in there, which is pretty cool. It's like a cave that goes through, and out there at high tide, that'd be really cool if you're all full and blowing up out here. But then further down there, there's sort of more of a track, and yeah, there's like a big rock pool garden, I suppose you'd call it, full of rock pools, and you know, there's all little fish and things through there. So going down through, oh yeah, I've really got to get, I've got a pair of Kroggers at home. These are Rocco, just bloody thongs, double pluggers that I bought at Weeper when we were up in the Cape, because I lost my original thongs. And yeah, not crash hot for this sort of stuff. Your foot slips around. I've got at home a pair of Kroggers, which are like Crocs but joggers. So I should really chuck them in the car and just take them with me wherever I go, because we do a lot of this sort of stuff. But over here, where are we? There was a really cool, over here, I'll cut this bit out I think. Anyway, there's a group of fellas jumping a tinny in, going out for a fish. So yeah, you're allowed to launch boats from here. It's a pretty, usually pretty calm. This is probably a rough day, this one. Old troopy. Ew. Cool rig. Hey Alex, my troopy mate. Ew. Anyway, where was it? There he is. Look at the size of this. So big, I've never seen a sea snail that big. No, I'm not going to pull him off, I don't want to hurt him, but look at that. That's like, it's the size of my palm. What a massive shell on him. I know they get massive, but that's the biggest that I've seen just hanging out around the rocks here. That's pretty cool. Oh, here. Hey boys, check this out. Watch these guys go out fishing. They're pretty keen, especially with the wind coming in like this. Oh. There they are, they're through now. They're past the breakers. Oh, it looks like a 15 or a 20. That's like taking my boat out through that. I don't know if I would. Oh well, power to them. So I've just moved the ute and set up here, strung up the hammock between the back of the ute and the tree. Got some people pull up next to us. It's getting a little bit busy down here now, but still pretty good. And yeah, it's getting towards lunchtime, so I might get myself a beer, park myself on the hammock, and that'll be me. Look at that, kids are down there playing. Can't complain at all with that. So the weather's closed in on us. Rain has arrived. Luckily, we brought this gazebo rather than throw it in the tip. Usually I've got an awning and stuff on the side of the car, but on this thing, at this early stage, I have nothing on it. So, time for a bit of lunch. We're having a cob loaf mega sandwich. So, so just had our lunch, a couple of nice beers, and the water, like the fresh water, oh sorry, the fresh sea water is all coming in, and it's changed the colour. You'd have seen from the drone photos, it was really brown before, but it's just beautiful now. And because of the rain, this is our setup. I've reversed the back of the ute underneath the edge of the gazebo, and that was our little dry table. The rain's the rain's definitely slowed down, but it got fairly heavy there for a little bit. And as you can see, we collected a little bit of water in there, but let's see if I can. Yeah, so anyway, this gazebo is bound for the tip. It was supposed to already be at the tip, so I'm glad we ended up keeping it. Yeah, it's a bit of a breeze, so we probably hang around for a fair bit longer, but the breeze was not quite so nice, unfortunately. That's about as bright as the headlights are. The headlights, it's a bit like holding a candle up in a stall. You've actually got to drive it on high beam. Oops. You've got to drive it on high beam so that the light bar's on. But if a car's coming the other way, you turn your lights off and pray to God. So, yeah, I don't know, were there any features that you really liked about the car in particular?
The aircon vents.
Yeah, and it definitely smells like an old Hilux.